Hello everyone, today we are breaking down the official trailer for The Witcher Season 4. But before that, remember to like the video, helps out the channel a lot, and subscribe, and yada yada yada, let's get to it. The first thing we see is Geralt fighting some monsters. He's using the sign Igni, which is the fire spell on his sword, so it can do more damage. Signs are simple spells that all Witchers can cast. They only take one hand, which makes it ideal for combat with a sword. Geralt is fighting a crab spider, also known as an Arrakis. They tend to live in forested areas and are relatively easy to kill unless it's a group of them. This also may be a flashback because this is the armor Geralt wore in Season 1. In Season 2 he had the ab armor. In Season 3 he basically just wore a leather tunic. And this season he has a motorcycle kind of jacket thing he's wearing. I just don't know why they would have a flashback though. Like, I could see if they had to introduce somebody to Geralt, so their relationship in Season 4 makes sense, but other than that, I don't know why they would. Whatever the reason, I assume it is important to the story. In the next shot, we get our first glimpse of Ciri. She is murdering a bunch of people in what looks to be a tavern. You could see she has a real rage here. She's murdering these people without any hesitation, which is much different to the Ciri we saw last season, who was very reluctant to take a life. I think some of it is almost like a power trip. Like she's been running and has been scared since the slaughter of Sintra in Season 1. This is her way of trying to regain control and feel powerful again. She's currently running with an outlaw group known as the Rats, who she met at the end of last season. They know her as Falka though. Ciri took that name because that was the name of the ghost that wouldn't leave her alone when she was in the desert. I will try and pronounce the rats' names as best as I can. So we have Ase, Iskra, we have Reef, we have Missile, we have Kaylee, and in the back we have Gisler. I probably mispronounced some of them. We hear a voice over from one of them saying Ciri is not who she says she is. So they probably know something is up. I'm sure Ciri has been very cagey about her past and doesn't want to reveal who she actually is, because she doesn't know if she can trust these guys yet. Missile is her best friend, I guess you would say, out of the group, and we will see how their relationship will grow this season. We're now with Geralt in Jaskier, so this is the current timeline Geralt. At the end of Season 3, Geralt, Jaskier, and Milva left Brokilon, where Geralt was healing after his fight with Vilgefortz. They are once again looking for Ciri. As the trailer goes on, we see that they add to their merry band. So it won't just be the three of them. They start traveling with a band of dwarves. The one on the right is Zoltan. People who have played the games will be familiar with him. Then the person on the left is actually a gnome and goes by the name of Percival. The group is traveling through war-torn country. Nilfgaard and the other northern kingdoms have been fighting for a while now. So we're going to see a lot of peasants and a lot of people who were forced to move because of the war. It is a smart thing for the two groups, Zoltan and Geralt, to join up as well. There is safety in numbers. In the next shot, we get our first glimpse of Nilfgaard, and it looks crazy nice compared to most of the cities we have seen in The Witcher. I think it's Nilfgaard because it looks more like a southern kingdom with a warmer climate, and we see the black and gold color scheme, which is what Nilfgaard does. We get our first glimpse of Yennefer. We hear her say that Vilgefortz is gathering an army, and whatever he's up to, Ciri is at the center of it. Vilgefortz was behind the Thanedd coup in Season 3, which basically destroyed Aretuza and the Brotherhood of Sorcerers. He did all of this for Ciri. He was working with Emir and Nilfgaard, but it seems like he has other plans now since he is gathering an army himself. Vilgefortz's allegiance is fluid. He does what's best for himself, not really having a loyalty to any side. We see Vilgefortz here. You may not remember, but his face got messed up when he tried capturing Ciri at Aretuza. Ciri was able to escape by activating a monolith and teleporting out of there, but Vilgefortz got injured in the process. We see Vilgefortz is surrounded by mages, or at least people with some magical ability. They could be flowing their power into him. To be honest, I'm not 100% sure what's going on here, but that's my best guess. In the next shot, we get another flashback to Season 1 Ciri. We know this is Season 1 because of the blue cloak she is wearing, though they didn't dye her eyebrows this time, which is probably for the best. Why there's another flashback though, I do not know. The next shot we see is a bunch of familiar faces, and it looks like they have been through the ringer, or at least fought something here. We have Lambert and Cohen in the background, who grew up with Geralt and trained at Kaer Morhen with him. They are also witchers. On Yennefer's left, we see Triss and Sabrina, who are also mages. In the next shot, we see who they were fighting, Vilgefortz and his gang. He is shooting fire at them, and Yennefer and the group are blocking it as best as they can. Fire magic is very dangerous. Yennefer lost her powers in Season 1 because she used it for too long when she was destroying the Nilfgaard army. It is very intoxicating and can drive a person mad, which is why the Brotherhood of Sorcerers forbid it. But Vilgefortz doesn't play by the rules, and the Brotherhood is no more. Yennefer could try fighting fire with fire, but she doesn't want to risk losing her powers again. We are in the next scene, and Yennefer suggests that they build an army of their own to defend Ciri and fight off Vilgefortz, which is what we saw in the last clip as well. That was their army, that group of people. We then see her sword training with Francesca. Francesca is the Queen of the Elves and an elven mage. I'm curious how Francesca met with these guys, because last season she was fighting for Nilfgaard, and she played a role in the Thanad coup. I'm curious how she was able to convince Yennefer and the gals that she now wants to fight with them. If you recall from last season, Francesca found out that Emir and Fringilla were basically responsible for a lot of elven deaths and the death of her child. So she vowed vengeance on them. But still, it's a hard sell, especially when these people, Yennefer and the gals, don't really know her and her character. In the background, we see Lambert watching as the two go at it, Sabrina is there as well, and Philippa Eilhart is watching too. Philippa is part of Redanian Intelligence, which is an intelligence gathering agency that works for the King of Redania. Last season, they had the king murdered and put his brother in his place. I'm curious how they will fit that into this season, because I haven't seen anything about that in the trailer. In the next shot, we see Regis, who is a very popular character in the games and the books. He will be joining Geralt on his quest to find Ciri. Regis is a very smart man. He is a barber surgeon and knows a bit about healing and herbs and whatnot. In the next shot, we see Geralt fighting what looks like a troll to me. It is a very large thing, and it is swinging an axe head around. We see Geralt potion up, which means he has increased his strength and his abilities. So whatever the monster is, it is quite powerful if Geralt decides to drink a potion. In this shot, we hear Geralt yell, "Let's effing move." He actually says the word, I just don't want YouTube being mean to me. But that might be the most out of place thing I've ever seen. I don't know why, but it doesn't work with Geralt. It just doesn't. In the next shot, we see all the mages sitting around a table. So they aren't reforming the Brotherhood, but starting something new. The Lodge of Sorceresses. In the next shot, we see Geralt saving some people burning at the stake. These two were most likely accused of being witches, and Geralt comes to save the day. We will be seeing a religious cult, I guess you would say, this season, who Geralt and the gang will run into. In the next shot, we see Ciri crying and some man holding her. I believe this person is Bonart, who is a bounty hunter who is hired to kill Ciri. It seems like he has found her. The last thing we hear is Regis saying that Geralt is becoming something new. And then we see Geralt smile. So we are going to get a very different Geralt to what we are used to seeing from previous seasons. One who shows a bit more emotion. And that's really it for the trailer. We get a few more scenes of people screaming. We get a nice scene of Yennefer and Geralt together. But yeah, that's it for the trailer. To be honest, I didn't recognize a whole lot from the trailer, so I don't know how close this will be to the books. But hey, I'm going to watch it regardless, I guess. What did you guys think of it? Leave it down in the comments below. And if you want more Witcher content, please subscribe and like the video. Check out the Twitter link in the description below. And as always, have an awesome day.